This is my old pair of Minnetonka insulated moccasins. Pretty good shape yet. I have a pair of Woolrich moccasins or slippers, very similar to these. So I let these go and they sold for $20. This serving tray was just in an auction box lot. I decided to put it up for sale because underneath all the grime that I cleaned off it, it's pretty nice. It features a 1931 Chrysler. Back then that was a sports car. And this sold for 20 bucks. I listed this as a open box, adult owned model toy, promotional model of a Dodge Dakota 1998. And there's no damage or anything. And it sold for $30. Another piece from the old mousetrap game. This is the cage pole, and this sold for 5 bucks. Still got a lot more parts to go, so this is going to cash out when it's all done at pretty good profit, because I only paid about $2 for the whole game, and it wasn't complete. Again, this little cage pole sold for $5. I found this Marlboro Music baseball style cap at a garage sale for 50 cents last week. And it didn't take very long to sell it all. And this sold for $20. Another in-car vintage litter bag. This was put out by the American Legion. And I bought a whole bunch of these a couple years ago. And I've been selling them for $5 a piece. I always thought somebody would buy more than one, but I only think I had one customer that bought more than one. So out they go. One at a time. The last couple of years, 5 bucks a piece. I think I probably sell about one of these every couple of months. So definitely long tail item, but they were practically free. Finally sold a little bit larger item, more expensive item than those $5, $10 items I've been selling lately. Selling all those smalls kind of give you a false sense of, well, that your store is doing okay. But last week just topped over $300 for the week, which is very low. This sold for $40 on a best offer. I had it priced at $60. It's a salt glaze crock, 2-gallon, circle star. I couldn't find a lot of information on this, and it did take quite a while to sell. But finally glad to let it go. And this gets wrapped up in paper, then foam padding, then another layer of cardboard, and then that goes into a box with plenty of insulation all around. And it should arrive nice and safe. Again, this crock pot or salt glaze pot sold for $40. This was kind of a fun find at the auction. There was a box lot with a couple of these Swingster windbreakers. Really lightweight windbreakers. This one's branded with the Ryder truck patch on it. Got the racing stripe down the side. I found these in the past used in varying conditions, and they've sold for $20, $30. But this one still in the package. Made by Swingster, of course. Great size, XL, and it sold for $50. It's another car part. Car parts are usually pretty easy because they have the part number on them, so you can look them up. And but this one I had a little tough time figuring out what it was for. I couldn't remember from my own experiences, so I posted a question on the Mustang 2 forum and got immediate replies telling me this was a battery cooling duct runs along the fender. And immediately people started asking, is it for sale? Well, I don't usually sell on the forums like that. I like to put them on eBay, and then if somebody posts something about a particular part, I might add the eBay listing to the forum post. But in any case, this sold for $90. This is one of those weird AccuReach vibrating massagers designed for the self-massage of your back. Actually works pretty good. It's just a weird looking, pretty unwieldy. If you find one of these, make sure you get the power supply, because it's kind of made specifically for this unit. Although you might be able to find a replacement if you can determine the polarity and the voltage and amps. But in any case, I found this along with some other massagers on the same garage sale and got this for just a couple dollars. And it sold on Bonanza. Let's double check. $60 what this one went for. I found this pretty cool looking vintage safety poster. Kneel for safety. Canoe safety, that is. At a garage sale. It's just a couple dollars. And I wasn't sure if I was going to sell it or keep it. And I still haven't done anything with it. But behind it, in its glass covered frame, was this poster. Sun Valley, Idaho, featuring, features Gretchen Fraser, an Olympic skier from 1948. This poster was made by Union Pacific Railroad, and I did a lot of deep research to find out who was on it, what it was all about. And I find out that original paintings like this go for $800–900, but the posters sometimes go for more. There are some reproduction posters out there, but no actual large posters like this. So I put it up on auction for $1,000 just to give that a shot. It got quite a few watchers, but nobody bid on it. So I put it back up for sale again for $1,000. Buy it now and best offer. And yesterday, 4th of July, I got an $800 offer on it. I couldn't take that fast enough. And of course, they didn't pay for about 8 hours. But their feedback looked really good, and I figured they would, and sure enough, they did. So you never know what you might find at a garage sale hiding behind something you bought. This is another pair of Harley-Davidson welding gloves, or you could use them for riding. They're typical suede split cow leather. And I bought a whole stack of these last summer for $20, and I've sold 3 or 4 pairs so far for $20 a piece. We're in the extreme northwest corner of Iowa, a little nature preserve called Gitche Manitou. If you look it up, you'll find the story of a murder and kidnapping that took place here in the early 70s. Got these quartzite stone ruins with lots of graffiti. All the rain has made most of the parks too muddy to climb, but this one's all flat, so there's not a lot of mud. Still flooded by the creek right next to us. This is usually just a little babbling brook. She sure is high flood waters right now, swiftly moving. End of the trail for us. Way too muddy and wet to get through that. Oh, they're disappointed. Norman's found an ancient artifact.